In a startling revelation that has sent shockwaves through Hollywood, acclaimed actor Denzel Washington has hinted at a hidden and complex relationship between media mogul Oprah Winfrey and hip-hop entrepreneur Sean "Diddy" Combs. Known for his integrity and discretion, Washington's comments suggest that beneath the surface of their celebrated philanthropic efforts and public camaraderie lies a darker, more intricate alliance involving power, influence, and control. This exposé challenges the carefully curated images of two of the entertainment industry's most influential figures, raising questions about the true nature of their connection and the impact it may have on Hollywood's inner workings. As the story unfolds, the industry and fans alike are left to reconsider what really happens behind closed doors. The context: 3 powerhouses, 1 industry. To fully grasp the significance of Denzel Washington's recent revelations, one must first understand the remarkable stature of the individuals involved. Oprah Winfrey, Sean "Diddy" Combs, and Denzel Washington himself. Each represents a distinct pillar of influence and success within the entertainment and cultural spheres, and the intersection of their paths illuminates the intricate interplay of power, ambition, and control within Hollywood and beyond. Oprah Winfrey's journey is nothing short of legendary. Rising from a challenging childhood marked by poverty and hardship, she transformed herself into arguably the most influential media figure of the modern era. Her iconic talk show redefined daytime television and introduced millions to new ideas, perspectives, and voices. Beyond that, her own network and philanthropic initiatives have solidified her position as a cultural force, able to shape public discourse and launch careers with a simple endorsement or platform. Oprah's reach is vast, transcending entertainment to influence politics, social issues, and philanthropy, making her a figure whose decisions and alliances ripple far beyond Hollywood's soundstages. Sean "Diddy" Combs, on the other hand, carved a different but equally impressive path. Starting as a rapper and producer, Diddy transformed hip-hop from a music genre into a global cultural and business empire. He expanded his influence into fashion with Sean John, into spirits with Ciroc Vodka, and into media with various ventures, becoming a billionaire entrepreneur. Diddy's success, however, is not just about individual talent. It's also a testament to his strategic alliances, business acumen, and ability to navigate the intersections of music, business, and politics. The revelation, what Denzel Washington unveiled recently. During an interview that caused significant stir within Hollywood, Denzel Washington hinted at a hidden, more complicated dimension behind the public relationship between Oprah Winfrey and Sean "Diddy" Combs. While Washington was measured in his statements, carefully avoiding outright accusations, his words painted a picture of long-standing alliances and mutual interests that transcend what is publicly known. He described a network of power and influence that goes far beyond the philanthropic endeavors and high-profile business deals that Oprah and Diddy are known for. Instead, Washington suggested that their relationship involves high-stakes negotiations, power brokering, and decisions that have quietly but profoundly shaped the trajectories of many careers and fortunes within the industry. Those close to Denzel have confirmed that these revelations are not impulsive or sensationalist remarks, but the result of years of observation and insight into Hollywood's inner workings. The exact details of what Washington knows remain closely guarded, but the implication is unmistakable. Oprah and Diddy share a connection far more intricate and shadowed than the public narrative admits. Oprah Winfrey's influence. Beyond the talk show, Oprah Winfrey's influence cannot be overstated. While millions recognize her as a beloved talk show host and media mogul, those within the industry know her as a strategic power player whose reach extends deep into the mechanisms of cultural production and influence. Beyond her own network, which promotes content shaped by her values and vision, Oprah's philanthropic foundation funds numerous social causes, educational programs, and advocacy initiatives. Yet, behind this charitable facade, insiders whisper about the intricate web of control she exerts behind the scenes, an influence that extends to who gets opportunities, how stories are told, and what narratives dominate public discourse. Washington's revelations imply that Oprah's relationship with Diddy is not just based on mutual respect or shared philanthropy. Rather, it may involve complex power dynamics, where influence is wielded deliberately to consolidate control over entertainment sectors, business interests, and social movements. This strategic alliance, whether publicly acknowledged or not, shapes how resources and attention are allocated within an industry hungry for visibility and influence. Diddy's empire, more than just music. Sean Diddy Combs' rise from a pioneering hip-hop artist to a powerful business mogul is widely recognized, but the full extent of the behind-the-scenes forces that have fueled his empire often goes unnoticed. His ventures span music labels, fashion lines, and lucrative liquor endorsements, all reflecting his sharp acumen for branding, marketing, and strategic networking. According to Denzel Washington, Diddy's remarkable success isn't just the product of talent and hustle, but also deeply rooted in carefully cultivated alliances. Among these alliances, Oprah Winfrey stands out as a key figure. With her unmatched access, influence, and resources, Oprah is more than a friend or collaborator. She is a powerful ally whose involvement opens doors inaccessible to most. These partnerships provide Diddy with a network that extends beyond entertainment into political and philanthropic spheres. Yet, Washington cautions that such relationships are not without their costs. He suggests that these alliances may serve darker agendas, involving efforts to control media narratives, manage emerging talents, and steer business and political outcomes to maintain a concentrated base of power. The dark connection, speculation, and insider perspectives. Though the exact details of the dark connection remain obscured, industry insiders have started to speculate about what Washington might be referring to. Some believe this connection involves a concerted effort to influence the media's portrayal of key figures and stories, allowing those in the inner circle to dictate which narratives gain prominence and which are suppressed. Others highlight historical controversies linked to Oprah and Diddy, such as legal disputes, undisclosed financial transactions, and political lobbying activities that have never been fully disclosed to the public. These episodes hint at a shadowy alliance operating quietly behind the scenes, shaping public perception and business deals alike. Washington's revelations add weight to these suspicions, suggesting that what the public often sees as genuine philanthropy or media goodwill could, in reality, be carefully orchestrated moves in a larger game of influence and control. In this light, Oprah and Diddy's public personas may mask complex power plays designed to shape culture and commerce according to their strategic interests. Historical context, previous collaborations and conflicts. Oprah Winfrey and Sean Diddy Combs have long been seen as two of the most powerful figures in entertainment, frequently sharing public stages at high-profile events that showcase their philanthropic efforts and media influence. From star-studded charity galas to collaborative media projects, their appearances together projected an image of unity and mutual respect. They were often viewed as allies, two cultural titans working together to advance charitable causes and shape cultural conversations. Yet, beneath this polished public facade, there have been persistent whispers of underlying tensions. Over the years, various reports and insider accounts have hinted at disagreements over business ventures and control of media assets. The competitive nature of their overlapping spheres of influence, both in entertainment and philanthropy, has occasionally created friction. Power struggles, while subtle and rarely publicized, have been part of the fabric of their relationship. Denzel Washington's recent revelation encourages a closer look at these dynamics. Moments once interpreted as collaboration may have masked intricate negotiations and competing interests, with both figures navigating the delicate balance of maintaining their public images while consolidating influence behind the scenes. This reframing urges a reconsideration of how alliances among Hollywood's elite often function, as strategic partnerships infused with rivalry, where public unity sometimes conceals private contestation. The broader implications. What this means for Hollywood. If the truths underlying Denzel Washington's claims come to light, they spotlight a fundamental issue entrenched in Hollywood's power structure: the concentration of influence within a select few who effectively determine the direction of the industry. This concentration means that success and failure for many artists, executives, and creators are shaped less by talent or merit and more by access to key alliances. Oprah and Diddy exemplify this dynamic as gatekeepers wielding considerable sway over not only career trajectories but also the stories that audiences consume. Such power dynamics ripple outward, affecting cultural narratives, philanthropic agendas, and even political discourse. When a handful of powerful figures control major media outlets, funding streams, and influential networks, it narrows the diversity of voices and perspectives that reach the public. This can stifle innovation and reinforce existing hierarchies, limiting opportunities for emerging talent and marginalized communities. At the same time, figures like Oprah and Diddy embody the potential for positive impact. Their philanthropic efforts have funded education, health initiatives, and social justice campaigns, making tangible differences in many lives. However, Washington's insights urge caution and vigilance, highlighting how the same concentration of power that enables benevolent influence can also foster hidden agendas and conflicts of interest that escape public scrutiny. Public reaction, shock, skepticism, and debate. When news of Denzel Washington's comments surfaced, social media exploded with a mix of shock, disbelief, and vigorous debate. Fans of Oprah, Diddy, and Washington himself found the revelations difficult to reconcile with their public images. For many, these three represent aspirational success and integrity, making any suggestion of a dark connection hard to accept. Conversely, skeptics and industry observers viewed Washington's remarks as validation of long-suspected realities within Hollywood, a place known for its murky politics and unspoken power plays. For them, the exposé was a rare glimpse behind the curtain, confirming suspicions about how influence operates beyond the spotlight. Journalists and cultural analysts weighed in, calling for greater transparency and investigative reporting to uncover the full scope of these relationships. They emphasized the need to separate fact from rumor, urging caution in interpreting partial disclosures. At the same time, defenders of Oprah and Diddy highlighted their philanthropic legacies and public contributions, suggesting that the focus on potential dark connections risks overshadowing their positive societal impact. This polarized discourse reflects broader tensions in public attitudes toward celebrity power, admiration intertwined with suspicion. What Oprah and Diddy have said or not said. Notably, neither Oprah Winfrey nor Sean Diddy Combs has publicly responded to Denzel Washington's statements. This silence is itself telling and has fueled further speculation. Both figures are veterans of managing high-profile public relations crises. Their history shows a pattern of strategic communication, where controversy is often deflected or minimized through carefully crafted messaging and renewed focus on charitable or business achievements. Their choice not to address Washington's remarks directly may be a deliberate tactic to avoid amplifying controversy or giving legitimacy to the claims. By remaining quiet, they maintain control over their narratives, leaving rumors to swirl unconfirmed. This approach, while effective in damage control, also raises questions about accountability and openness. In an era where public figures are increasingly expected to respond transparently to allegations, such silence can be interpreted in multiple ways, either as prudence or evasion. The role of Denzel Washington. Why now? Denzel Washington's decision to step into this sensitive conversation is striking, given his reputation for discretion and focus on his craft rather than public drama. His carefully measured comments suggest a thoughtful intent rather than a spontaneous outburst. Several possible motivations for his timing have been speculated. Some see Washington as seeking to catalyze change within Hollywood, using his respected voice to shine light on entrenched power dynamics that have long operated in shadows. By raising awareness, he may hope to encourage a more equitable and transparent industry. Others wonder whether personal experiences or shifts in alliances have prompted Washington to speak. As an insider with decades of experience, his perspective is informed by observation of evolving industry patterns and perhaps frustration with how these influence artistic expression and professional fairness. Washington's involvement lends gravitas to the discussion, signaling that conversations about power, influence, and control in entertainment are no longer taboo and may be entering a new phase of scrutiny and reform. Industry experts. Way in, the entertainment industry is no stranger to rumors and revelations about hidden alliances and power struggles. However, when a figure as respected as Denzel Washington hints at complex, dark connections between two of its biggest players, Oprah Winfrey and Diddy Combs, the conversation demands careful scrutiny. Industry veterans urge caution against jumping to conclusions. One seasoned Hollywood insider explained, "Power dynamics in this industry are complex. What Denzel suggests might be true, but it's also layered and nuanced. We must be wary of oversimplifying." This perspective highlights the intricate webs of relationships that define Hollywood, where collaboration and competition often intertwine, and public appearances can mask complicated private realities. Media analysts have also weighed in, pointing to the intersection of entertainment, politics, and philanthropy as a defining feature of modern celebrity influence. A leading analyst noted, "If these connections exist, they show how intertwined influence is in Hollywood, blending entertainment, politics, and philanthropy in ways most people don't see." Such entanglements blur traditional boundaries, with celebrities becoming not only entertainers, but also political actors and power brokers shaping public discourse and policy. This blending of spheres amplifies the significance of Washington's revelations. It suggests that understanding the entertainment industry today requires more than just following box office numbers or celebrity gossip. It demands an awareness of the strategic alliances that drive decisions behind closed doors. The future. What could this mean moving forward? Should further evidence surface confirming the depth and nature of the connections Denzel Washington alluded to, the implications could be profound for Hollywood's power structure. Transparency and accountability, long demanded by fans, journalists, and some industry insiders, might become non-negotiable prerequisites for maintaining influence. As audiences grow increasingly skeptical of curated public images, the entertainment world may face intensified pressure to reveal the true dynamics that govern careers, media narratives, and philanthropic initiatives. For Oprah Winfrey and Diddy Combs, This moment could trigger a period of introspection and strategic recalibration. Navigating any fallout would require not only damage control, but also perhaps a re-examination of their alliances and business practices. Maintaining their positions at the top of the cultural hierarchy might hinge on adapting to new expectations around openness and ethical leadership. Meanwhile, Denzel Washington's emergence as a cautious whistleblower could signal a shift in his role within Hollywood. Traditionally celebrated for his artistic integrity and professionalism, Washington might now take on a more outspoken advocacy stance, championing integrity and transparency in an industry often criticized for opacity and gatekeeping. Power, influence, and the hidden stories. Hollywood thrives on storytelling, crafting tales that captivate audiences and shape cultural imagination. Yet, the industry's own stories often remain hidden in shadows, revealing only fragments of the complex realities beneath the surface. Denzel Washington's exposé regarding a dark connection between Oprah Winfrey and Sean Diddy Combs adds a compelling new chapter to this ongoing narrative. It challenges fans, industry insiders, and observers to look beyond glossy headlines and red carpet moments, urging a deeper examination of the forces shaping fame, fortune, and influence. This revelation is a reminder that power in Hollywood is never straightforward. It operates through a matrix of relationships, alliances, rivalries, and unspoken understandings that define who gets access, who is promoted, and who is sidelined. As the story continues to unfold, one thing is clear: the truth in entertainment often lies beneath the surface, in shadows that only a few dare to illuminate. Denzel Washington's words invite us to question, to probe, and to seek a fuller understanding of the industry's hidden dynamics. In an era where audiences crave authenticity and calls for justice and transparency grow louder, such conversations are more vital than ever. They remind us that the stories behind the stories are sometimes the most revealing, and that the pursuit of truth is a journey worth undertaking, even in the dazzling world of Hollywood.